quiet, atmospheric tone. The Dwapar Yuga is in its final, fading hours. On the isolated shores of Prabhas Kshetra, Lord Krishna sits quietly under the massive branches of a peepal tree, waiting. The strategic strategist who maneuvered kings and armies across the Kurukshetra field is now stripped of his guard, sitting in absolute silence. The architect of the age is, for the first time, completely alone. A few hundred yards away, an aging, weary hunter named Jara is stalking through the brush, scanning the shadows for his daily catch. Through the thick foliage, Jara spots a glint of pinkish red. From a distance, the glowing sole of Krishna's lotus foot looks exactly like the twitching ear of a resting deer. In a tragic case of mistaken identity, Jara draws back his string, takes careful aim, and releases. The wooden arrow finds its divine target. The entity who governs the birth of stars and the flow of time is now pinned to the earth by a sliver of wood fired by a mortal. In the grand architecture of the cosmos, absolute accidents do not exist. What looks like a tragic mortal oversight is the precise execution of an unbreakable universal law. When Jara pushes through the bushes to claim his prize, the thrill of the hunt turns instantly to panic. He realizes he hasn't struck an animal, but the Lord himself. Jara collapses in horror, but Krishna remains entirely calm. Instead of divine wrath, he offers immediate comfort to the trembling hunter. To understand why Krishna accepts this fate, we have to look at the mechanics of the karmic loop, the system where every action in the universe creates an equal binding debt that must eventually be repaid. This diagram maps a karmic debt from the Treta Yuga. Lord Ram fired a concealed strike to assassinate King Vali, creating an imbalance. Fast forward, these identities reincarnate. Ram is Krishna, Vali is Jara. To balance the scales, the victim must become the executioner. By willingly taking the arrow, the Supreme Being submits to the absolute jurisdiction of karma, proving that no soul exists outside the reach of cause and effect. With the cosmic debt completely settled, Lord Krishna begins to shed his mortal avatar. His physical form gives way to the brilliant presence of Lord Vishnu, signaling the end of his earthly mission. Jara, the man who just struck down God, is not punished. Because he acted as an instrument of universal balance, he is immediately granted moksha, ultimate spiritual liberation. This exchange demonstrates the dual nature of divine mechanics. It demands strict payment for past actions, but it provides that payment through an act of compassion. Krishna ascends into the heavens, leaving the mortal realm behind. This departure functions as a macro-level gear shift for the entire planet. The exact moment that Supreme Presence leaves the physical world, the Dwapar Yuga officially terminates. The spiritual vacuum left in his wake acts as the ignition point for a new, darker age to cover the earth. The Kali Yuga begins. This final Leela serves as the mechanical reset of the cosmic wheel, where the closure of one age becomes the necessary foundation for the next.